Yeah, that was bad. That was very bad. That was awful. That was no cohesion at all. There were no ideas. There were no good crosses. Completely lost. Looked like a bunch of ignorant Americans who have no idea what to do with the football. No ideas whatsoever. Saudi Arabia had the better opportunities. Saudi Arabia was playing a B team. It's official. It's official. England and Wales, we can hold hands between each other. England can win the first two matches of the group. Uh, Wales, England will beat Iran. Uh, Wales gets the result against the United States. It's Happy Black Friday. Happy Black Friday for America. Your team is out of the World Cup on Black Friday. They just may very well lose both matches. Wales will definitely get a result. They're out of the World Cup, folks. Saudi Arabia is holding their heads up before they go up against the best team in the world. 0-0 draw. You feel very good about yourselves. You feel very good that that was your B team. We'll surely find out how good Saudi Arabia is when they face off against Argentina in the World Cup. Oh, my heart is broken, it's broken, it's broken. No Azuri in the World Cup, it's broken. America, you really want to do this to me as well. My heart broken. No Italia in the World Cup. You want to go out like this on Black Friday, America. You are my only last hope, guys. Guys are terrible. McKenny, Juventus need to sell immediately. It doesn't boil down to uh, the Allegrosaurus. He needs to go. He needs to go. He has to go. Uh, Now I have Wales advancing in the knockouts. Wales, all you can do is England and Wales can shake hands and play for the draw. England wins the group. Wales picks up a point. America is completely screwed. England and Wales can shake hands and not get anyone hurt and play for a draw right after a very Black Friday for America. Supreme Sharma says, "Hi, Tony. I watched your prediction, Psychic Eagle prediction, and a man who predicted the World Cup 3 times in a row. I can fully agree with what you say. Please look at my full World Cup predictions and critique when necessary." Well, should we check into the Psychic Eagle? Hopefully, he pops up when I search up the Psychic Eagle. Gonna redo the Golden Generation video, the 43 matches unbeaten. There's a lot to talk with that. Francisco, Elizabeth, the Crown, lots of 43s left out. We'll redo that one. That will be coming up. I don't know if I'm doing that tonight or tomorrow morning. But anyway, Supreme Sharma says first place Netherlands, I agree. Second place Senegal. That's where I think the World Cup is rigged. I think that Qatar versus England, if you can't script it any better, it's just America. Oh, Iran is a bunch of nobodies. Oh, I play for a draw against Wales. Oh, Qatar, Qatar, Qatar. They want Qatar to make it to deep in the tournament like Korea in 2002, but Qatar, that's just at least what I think. They'll just say, "Oh, it's Qatar," before the quarterfinals for England. I completely agree with you right now. In my original uh, knockout prediction video, I had the United States in the knockouts, but now I can surely say that Wales is going to make it to the knockouts. I do like Wales. A thumbs up on Wales. Argentina, second place. Poland. That's where it's tricky. That's where it's going to come down to the final match. Lewandowski can make commercial sense to make it to the knockouts, but what's going against Poland is that it's Poland versus Argentina for group match 3, and then Mexico. Well, Mexico, they get Saudi Arabia, so they get Saudi Arabia the last match. So you never know. I think today is a reflection of how poor the USA is. You never know because this is the Middle East, and Saudi Arabia is probably the de facto team supported in the Middle East. So you never know. Although I think Mexico gets knocked out of the round of 16. I think that ties into Mexico City in 1986. I think Mexico makes it to the quarters again in 2026. One team will avenge their poor form. The other one, they're going to get knocked out. Uh, Group D, you say second place France, first place Denmark. Uh, I like Argentina, Denmark actually in the round of 16. I like France to be in first place. Uh, Denmark's first World Cup appearance was actually in 1986, and there was a game they called the Artemio Sanchi game is what it's called, or the Artemio Franchi Trophy. That's between the winner of Copa America and the winner of the Euro. Maradona played in that game in 1993. Maradona actually scored the first penalty. That was a match that Maradona played in. Christian Eriksen, he was knocked out due to a heart attack during their last major tournament. Maradona died from a heart attack. When Argentina beat Denmark, the skeptics will just say, "Oh, it's Denmark. It's only Denmark. It's only Denmark." So I believe that Argentina must be doubted throughout the competition. Denmark they beat. They say, "Oh, it's just Denmark," before they go up against the Netherlands, who so far haven't lost a match with their manager. Bring on De Ligt and Van Dijk, Lionel Messi. Messi going up against the very best of the best defensive backs. Supreme Sharma, first place Spain, second place Germany. You either believe Germany is on the same side or the opposite side of the bracket. I go with Germany in first place and Spain in second place. There's two things that I like with that. Potential Spain, Belgium. Hello. I'm going through your, at least what I think. I'm agreeing with some of what you say. I'm disagreeing with of some that you say. But there's a potential Spain Belgium matchup. There's a Spaniard Roberto Martinez, who's the manager of Belgium. Potential Spain and Belgium up against Portugal. I think if FIFA kills it with the ratings, that Ronaldo up against Spain or Belgium. Spain Portugal rematch potentially after today. Spain won. Could see Ronaldo his hat trick game against Spain. We've got Belgium Portugal rematch. So Germany Brazil is going to be fantastic. The hype is going to be immense. They face off in the quarters. I just have to go with Argentina beating England in the final, and still Argentina can still face off against Germany. I just believe it's going to be in the semifinals, and just wait for England or Portugal after making it to the final. We get to see the world is watching. We're watching to see if Messiah goes up against England, the St. George Cross Tribute, or we see Argentina potentially face off against Ronaldo in Portugal. And that guy, Rafael Leao of AC Milan, look at him take on dribbles. Rafael Leao of Milan is someone to look out for on the Portuguese side. Uh, so, yes, I disagree with you on Group B. Uh, Group F, I like Belgium in first. Croatia, they're kind of older. They lost some guys. Belgium up against Portugal. This leads into, I agree with you, Portugal to win Group H. I ordinarily would agree with Uruguay, but who knows if the World Cup in the Middle East, if they want like Son Heung-min in South Korea. So that's actually one group where I have South Korea actually in there because there has to be a few surprises. So there will be a few surprises, and the United States is one of them. There's no doubt Brazil is going to be in first place. I like Xhaka. I like Denis Zakaria. Switzerland, don't forget they had a 3-3 draw against France. They beat France in penalties. So because Switzerland impressed against France, I just have to go with Switzerland to be in that group over Serbia. But that one is pretty tricky. If I'm not mistaken, Serbia opens against Brazil. So we'll see if they handle the pressure or not. And so I like England against Qatar. I like Argentina and Denmark. I copy and pasted the link. The Artemio Sanchi match. We just never see Argentina against France. Just everyone will be expecting Argentina to win the World Cup if they beat France. But if they beat Denmark, it's only Denmark. Spain, Belgium, I think is great. You must have both of them on the other side of the bracket, so I agree with that matchup. I think I had Germany against Croatia before. I have to go back to my World Cup bracket, see who I have. I think I have Germany against Croatia. I have to go back and see. Germany against Croatia. Okay, I have it right there. I see it. Germany against Croatia. The finalists have to make it to the knockouts. Let's see. What else do you have in there? Argentina, Netherlands, I completely agree. England against Denmark, a rematch in the quarters. I think what makes FIFA the killing. I do. I see. I see the point there with Argentina against France, but I think you have all the big boys in the quarterfinals. I think you have to question the faith of the Messiah. You either believe in the Messiah or not. You believe it's only Denmark, or they're just not going to be good enough until they face off against Netherlands and a layer up against Germany, and then the Maradona True game against England. If England beat Portugal, then bring on the hype. I'll bring on the hype. Messiah has descent of Catalonian in Italian blood. The quarterfinal of Germany and Portugal. I have Germany beating Brazil. I think Germany Brazil produces the hype. Portugal against Spain and Belgium. Portugal against who did I have with the Portugal in the quarters? It just shows the round of 16 on my screen. Uh, I have Portugal against Belgium, but that could easily be Spain. But Roberto Martinez, he beat Spain. The story is on him. I actually have England against France. England against France. Germany, Brazil. Can you believe the hype? Can you believe it? I can easily see why Spain could make it against Portugal instead of Belgium in my bracket. Just the possibilities. Uh, there's more possibilities. In my view, I just feel that if they were good for Qatar to make it to the knockouts, I believe they beat Chile today, or if they got a result against Chile in their friendly, it was 1-1. Oh, that game ended in a draw. That was 2-2. But if England beat Qatar, oh, it's just Qatar, it's just Qatar. And then England, they shocked the world against France. They they spin heads against France. I do agree France won't make it far, but they'll just lose in the quarters. We'll see though if they face off against Argentina instead. If they disappoint in the group, then they'll definitely lose. I just feel that for the PSG team, the egos are not colliding if Messiah avoids Neymar and Mbappe. Mbappe doesn't feel insecure. Mbappe doesn't feel jealous. Neymar and Messiah already have a great relationship. I just feel that for the sake of PSG, if uh, if the dictator of PSG, Mbappe, avoids losing to Messiah in the World Cup, then that's going to prevent the egos for crashing for the UEFA Champions League. That's just how I feel with Argentina avoiding France. I believe Messiah will never face off against the two countries of his ethnic descent, Spain and Italia. He never faced off against Italia in the World Cup. I'm counting the World Cup right now. He'll never beat Spain, in my view. He'll never beat Italy in the World Cup, the two countries of his ethnic descent where his family came from. His mom's side, I think he's predominantly Italian. His dad's side, I think he's predominantly Catalan. Or I don't know. Let me see Messiah Coutinho quickly. His dad's name is Jorge, not Giorgio. It's Jorge. So I think I have that right. Let me see. Father side, Italian Spanish descent. Mother side, primarily Italian. Okay. He's pretty much has both. But happy Black Friday to America. America is going to lose out of the World Cup. Gareth Bale, one last chance. That'd be pretty cool. Wales has Jumanji of Qatar. Qatar 15, Wales 15. Wales, my big surprise. Qatar, the other surprise. Uh, South Korea, the other one. After today, you could say never, never ever for Saudi Arabia. What if all Mexico have to do is beat Saudi Arabia, but then Saudi Arabia shocked the world? I believe Poland could get some help possibly. So I will avoid betting on the Saudi Arabia Mexico matchup. You never know what their economic plans are if they want the Middle East to get behind one team. So you have to look out for Qatar and Saudi Arabia. Could be disappointment. Could be disappointment for both Mexico and the United States of America. Saudi Arabia looks very good today, and supposedly this was a B team. So we'll see. Argentina definitely have to play against 11 men behind the ball, but should not be a problem because Argentina are just very patient with how they want to attack. They play very calm and collected. They're a very composed national team. We saw it against Honduras. And even then, the skill of Argentina makes the opponent prone to committing a penalty, as you saw right there. Have not decided yet what I anticipate in between the Messiah free kick, the VAR of God, the offsides of God, the VAR. No call, very good. Offsides, offsides, VAR, Maradona is in the VAR booth. You can just totally see it, can you? That'd be pretty dramatic World Cup final. A 0-0, 1-0 game has got to produce its fair set of drama. Will there be a red card of God too? The team in red getting a red card would be a handball. Messiah's greatest moment cannot be a penalty kick. He goes with the free kick. That'd be insane if England bottle it, they miss a penalty, and then Argentina, boom, free kick, they win the World Cup. Vamos! Campeones! Campioni del mundo! Campioni! So, yep. Next couple days, the undefeated in the 43rd match, the complete version without the omitted information. The recap of the Jamaica match, Messi's goal count before the World Cup. We have a friendly against the UAE in between. Maradona managed at the UAE. That's why the two teams are playing against each other. They're commemorating Diego Maradona's time as a manager over at the UAE for two separate stints with two clubs over there. Right after that match, we know the goal count. We know how many he scores. A free kick like that is like a 5% chance of happening because it's such a far-fetched prediction, but I think it's the most golden moment ever in the history of the World Cup. That's just how I feel. The only thing that matters is Argentina win. If they win 2-0, if they get two goals, if they get a free kick before the half and score another one, I'd say that's great. But this being Argentina in England, I feel it's going to come down to the wire. The tension will be immense. Do you have faith in the Messiah to prevail at the very end? And I do. It's keep calm. It's Forza. It's Vamos Argentina because this is the golden generation and you will be made to keep the faith. If this match is 0-0, the 70th, 80th minute, you just feel like the goal is coming for Argentina, or you're being all scared and feel the tension that they're choking, or that you're feeling the tension that England is choking, that they're bottling. The suspense would be immense. Well, yep. I have made the comment in my knockout video. Wales to finish in second. USA knocked out on Black Friday. England's first ever World Cup victory against America. I will take a punt on Qatar. After today, if you get a result against a two-time Copa winner in recent years, then that's bearing well for Qatar against Ecuador. And if they need to pay a poor African country like Senegal, I don't know anything about Senegal's GDP or their economy, but assuming it's a poor African country, Qatar will bribe that country. They will bribe Senegal. There's been many cases of World Cup bribery throughout the history of the competition. How many days out are we? 55, 54? Let's see what the Jesuits have for today. What are the goals that are synced up with the Pope, with the Vatican, with Messiah? He's at 88 goals. How many is he going to score today? Is he going to be at 90? Is he going to be at 89? Is he stuck at Is he going to be at 89 because that's Argentina, for example? I can't wait. I think this version of the Golden Generation, 43 matches unbeaten, once it's released, once it is uploaded, will feel more complete, will feel uh, will be a thing of beauty because wow, you connected Francisco, Francis, Elizabeth, Gold. Thank you, user Chido. La Ave Celeste, the blue and whites, has Gematria 43. World Cup win has already happened. We just gotta, we just have to sit back and enjoy the show. We will sit back and enjoy the show. The Messiah gonna win. I know he is because he's the chosen one. And by God, the Vatican must spread Christianity. You must have the Messiah win the World Cup. So he will win. He will win. He's the GOAT. He will win. He's the GOAT. He better. He's the greatest player ever. He's the undisputed GOAT. Maradona didn't die for that. That's how I know he easily win the World Cup. He already won the World Cup. It's all been rigged before against Argentina. Because, oh, you're the land of silver, la tierra más plata. You have to lose. You can't win as long as Diego is living. Diego must be immortalized. And when Diego Maradona is gone, then now you, the Messiahs, can be immortalized. And if Messiah is Messiah, we ain't need to worry about no extra time. You all get it done in regulation. Because this is the Golden Generation. Invincible. It does not go to regulation. This is the greatest Golden Generation ever. We got 2 trophies. We're going to be at 3 trophies. We will be at 4 trophies after 2024 because Messiah going to be at the Americas. Messiah going to win the Copa. Messiah, remember, he visited Miami. He's going to enter Miami after he wins the Champions League this year because Messiah is the GOAT. He's too good for Europe. He will call it quits. He is done kicking their ass in Europe. Messiah is the GOAT. He will go to Inter Miami. Messiah will be at America before the Copa America when the fans come back and see him. He will be here, win the trophy. Before Argentina have to defend the World Cup without, well, you never know if Messiah wants to play in the World Cup at all. If he wants to chase records, if he wants to chase the goal record in the World Cup, then that is the one motivation that can keep Messiah playing until 2026 is working his way up the all-time World Cup goal list. Maradona's last World Cup match was at the Americas in 2026. But you never know, and he's played many games. My respect goes off the roof if Messiah decides to call it quits to give the next generation of players a chance. And he chooses to not go for the ego. He chooses to not go for the records. That's just who Lionel Messiah is. He doesn't feel insecure or anything about records. He knows he's the GOAT. So, yep. Don't get me wrong. I would love to face off against France, but for the sake of egomaniac Kylian Mbappe, I just don't see it happening. Mbappe will try to sabotage Messiah. I think if the Emperor has no clothes, that Messiah defeat Mbappe in the World Cup. Switzerland, their 33 draw against France is a key pointer. I just think Son, the Golden Boot. It's Asia, Korea will travel. We'll see. They already know who they want in the knockouts. They already know who they want for the sake of economics. If they want a bunch of Asian countries in there, if they want a few, already, I think I have a few already. I already have Qatar and South Korea, but Saudi Arabia, you never know. You never know. You never know. Saudi Arabia. If they're just not good enough, or if they can let them slide into the knockout. Possibilities are uh, infinite. They're not finite. They exist beyond our finest imagination. Kind of with Argentina, Brazil, wait the winner of Germany, England. But then I feel that if this is the biggest event ever, that Messiah and Ronaldo are in the knockout of the World Cup. That this may end up just like the 2015 knockouts of the UEFA Champions League. Ronaldo against Messi in the Champions League final in 2015. Messiah defeats Bayern, but Juventus defeat Ronaldo. Buffon and Pirlo return to the Olympia Stadium where they won the 2006 World Cup final. In similar fashion as Barca defeated Bayern Munich, I like Messiah to defeat Germany. Ronaldo lose in the semifinal to England. A rematch of the 2006 quarterfinals in Ronaldo's first ever World Cup. The games will be great. You know they will. You know this is going to be the greatest World Cup ever. I can see a hat trick coming from Messiah against Saudi Arabia. Let's see what the goal count is after the UAE and after Jamaica. I feel great. Let's finish this. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. Enjoy the conversation. I really like Supreme Trauma and what he had to say about all this because the bracket's interesting. You get my taste of perspective. Not every knockout prediction is going to be right. Not every group matchup is going to be right. I'm just giving you what I think is the matchup. But even if the free kick doesn't happen, let's say if Ronaldo and Messi in the World Cup semifinals, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Or if it's individual matchups happen, like let's say Germany, Brazil, Argentina, Netherlands, you can never say never. But I don't know the script. You can only try to guess it. The big picture is that Argentina to win, even if Messiah don't get the free kick. But I just feel that he is going to get the free kick. And that Diego Maradona, his spirit is in the VAR booth. England don't get the penalty. They don't get the handball. There's a red card against England. I believe the spirits are in the golden generation in El Equipo de Dios is what I like to call Argentina, the team of God, because they have the Messiah. They're the sky blues and whites. That is heaven. God is on your side. The destiny is on your side. It's just how it is. It's a team of destiny. The emotional side goes with Argentina against France, but then the logical side, the Artemio Franchi game, Denmark's first appearance in '86, Christian Eriksen heart attack. Maradona died from a heart attack. Oh, it's just Denmark. How are they going to do against Van Dijk and Derek and Wijnaldum and Japai, Bossa, right? 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 One of the teams he rematched against Mexico. That was the one team he rematched against in the World Cup. And there's a team he rematches against. It's the Netherlands with their 86 all-time goals in the World Cup. Entering the competition, they're back in the World Cup. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video that I'm about to release. The golden generation in a perfected fashion. Hope you like the thumbnail of the Barcelona third jersey. The details of the logo even say everything. The Saint George is the canonized saint in the region of Catalonia. That is pretty good stuff. That is pretty good stuff. It doesn't matter how rubbish England is. You get the sense that England against Germany. You get the sense that England got the spark it needed before the World Cup, and America did not get the spark it needed before Black Friday. And well, Argentina, they will not lose another game until quite some time. Records are meant to be broken. I think I need to add that to my video too. 41 matches unbeaten. The Queen is Gematria of 41. But Elizabeth does equal 43. And yes, the free kick is Gematria of 101. And yes, it's a symbolic death sacrifice before the World Cup. They're going to say, oh, England's going to win for the Queen. They're going to win for the Queen. They're going to win for the Queen. Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out for Queen Elizabeth. It's coming out for the Queen. And the world says, fuck, fuck the royalty. The world celebrates Messiah in the final against England. The world celebrates like the world celebrated Italia winning the Euros because they sent the arrogant Brits back home. Joseph Norris won't like that. Harry Saunders won't like that. But the world has to be happy before the jolly time of Christmas, right? That's right. They must be happy. They will. They will. They will. They will. They will. Messiah is a champion. In only 36 matches unbeaten, he's the champion. He can't be on it. He can't be on it, Messiah. He's a champion. Champion. I think that's a very good question. How many goals is Messiah going to score in the World Cup? Let me ask it. The range, I believe, is 85 to 88. Minute, I go with 86, 87 to be exact. I go with minute 87. My exact one is minute 87. The range falls within 85 to 87. Purple. See, purple is color of royalty. Royalty, purple. The purple, the color of royalty. Purple fabric dyes are very rare. That's why aristocracies, it's a very renewed color, purple. Purple is also the color of mourning in the Catholic Church. And in Maradona dying, Maradona is the sacrifice. Purple is the color of royalty, of mourning, of sorrow. They mourn the loss of Maradona and they move on from Diego Maradona's death. We talk about the Argentina purple jersey. Purple represents the act of mourning and sorrow for the death of Diego Maradona. It also represents royalty. This video was made before the death of Queen Elizabeth. Joseph Norris says, curious facts, Scaloni debuted as coach of Argentina national team on the same day that the Queen of England died. I had to go see if that's true, if he was signed as manager, if he had his first match on the day that she died. So that I have to go see if that is true or not. If England was going anywhere, there was no doubt they were going to make something happen down 2-0. This just confirms our suspicions. That's the spark needed to carry them forward. Okay, I'm done. You know the agenda. The post match of Jamaica, the goal count, the unbeaten streak at 43, all the 43 connections that we can run through and compute and share. Messiah the GOAT. You know he is the GOAT. The Messiah is invincible. Messiah is all-knowing. Messiah immortal. Messiah go unbeaten. I believe the faith is to be tested if they avoid France in the round of 16. And then it's the competition only it gets harder. It gets harder. St. George's Cross is on the Barcelona logo. England was the planned team for years to be the team that loses to Argentina in the final. La Tierra de Plata, Argentina is no longer. That would be England. Losing the Euro final, they finish as a silver medalist. They lose the World Cup final, they've taken the place of Argentina as the silver medalist. This will be a good one. I guarantee it. The best World Cup ever. And I do say that, yes, you're right. Cheeto, that your reference will be in the updated video. So keep an eye out for that. I love La Hoya Dybala. I will have my Dybala jerseys with me. My Argentina jersey, my Juventus black and white Dybala 2016-17 Juventus jersey, my long sleeve blue jersey from 2016-2017. La gioia, la gioia, amore, la gioia, amore, Palo, Execchio, Bruno Execchio Dybala. My Fifis would like Dybala to win Scudetto, but it's all about Napoli this year, and I'm sorry, La Hoya Dybala, I love you, I love you, I love you, but you're going to win the World Cup. You're going to be part of the squad this time. La Hoya Dybala, Dybala. Who's going to score against Dybala? Oh, my God. Oh my God. If Dybala scores, oh my God. What a huge ejaculation that's going to be. Oh yeah, Dybala. One for the centuries. Everyone is going to hear me around the apartment. This is one of many more Argentina chats. Di Maria hates Allegri. He wants him sat. He purposely got the red card. He was filmed asking, talking to a teammate, why did Allegri take out Milik in the Champions League knockout? Di Maria is you want those best players so far. He knows how to create the chances. It's nice to see you again, mate. Di Maria must be protected. Di Maria, I have been very impressed so far. And I'm Allegri out, so he did a good thing trying to undermine the manager to get the red card against Monza. So Di Maria knows what is hurting Juventus. He knows dinosaur tactics do not cut it. Argentina are not a dinosaur team. They know how to play. They're going to stay organized defensively, but yes, they're going to move around when they don't have the ball. They have lots of creative ideas when they don't have the ball. Tiki-taka type ideas when they get to the opposition's half of the pitch. Well, they have a chance because United States sucks. And I thought Iran is very good. But can't script any better if England gets Qatar in the round of 16. It's just Qatar before they go up against France. England against France. Imagine that. Imagine that. Gareth Southgate is very pragmatic and very negative, and he knows Harry Maguire doesn't have any pace. So that's going to be a very low scoring game between England and France because he'll be trying to stop Mbappe on the counterattack, and he's going to get some help alongside Harry Maguire. But that is what we needed to see. Is that last second response against Germany? There's some momentum on the English side entering the World Cup. They'll beat Iran. They'll beat America. We'll see if they agree to a draw. England already won the group. Wales goes to the knockouts. We'll see if there's a gentleman's agreement with England and Wales. Wales in the knockouts. We'll see. I like Argentina win all three matches. Saudi Arabia, I've seen something from them today that might 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 give them a chance to go to the knockout. We'll see. Mexico might fuck it up if Poland goes to the knockout. We'll find out. We will. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to the videos. We'll get into everything coming up after today, after tomorrow, after Jamaica. In a blink of an eye, the World Cup's going to begin. Let the games begin. And vamos, Argentina, for the victory. Forza, Messiah, Semper.